Yesterday, I was browsing games on my Roblox homepage, and then I felt like I wanted to play some horror games. But I don't want to play those trash games where it's basically not a horror game, but just a jump scare simulator. But then I found these 5 games that I considered to be some of the best horror games I've ever played. They have a great story, unique monster mechanics, and of course, not a jump scare simulator. Let's get to the first one, which is Trespass. My grandfather has decided to take me on a camping trip. I've also invited a few of my friends to come along. He decided to choose a quiet spot in a secluded forest for camping. We wake up with my belongings scattered all over the place. My grandfather, who was sleeping in a different tent, is missing. Suddenly, it's about to rain, and we decided to find a place to stay. We walk a bit further, and we come across the body of a police officer hanging from a tree. Well, that's a bit weird, but we decided to continue onwards. We then found this corny-looking mansion, and for whatever reason, we decided to get in. Surely nothing goes wrong. Just as we thought, this weird thing decided to chase us. After running around for a while, we found one of his victims, and they wrote a death letter that said there was a secret tunnel in the basement, but we needed a key to open it, and it seems like everybody in this mansion is already dead. We found the key, but we need a crowbar to get it out from the rummaging planks. Problem is, the crowbar is near this guy, but I have a plan, which is to bait my friends. Luckily, we can respawn in this game, but there's a limit on how many times we can respawn. I got the crowbar, we got the key, and all of us went down to the basement to open the tunnel. We run through the tunnel, while also being chased by the monster. At the other side of the tunnel is an exit that goes outside. Even though we've just escaped from the monster, we're still practically stuck in the forest. And even more bad news, we're deeper in the forest now, without even knowing where to go. We just followed a path that led us to an abandoned town. Suddenly, this bootleg Spider-Man thing eats out the lantern near the town. Seems like it doesn't like it when there's light around. After playing around with the lantern, we decided to explore the town to find an escape route. Fortunately, we found an abandoned car. I don't know who left it here, but maybe we could use it to escape from this forest. But the car is missing some parts and needs to be fixed. We then go around the town to find the part that the car is missing, while also being chased by the bootleg Spider-Man guy. Because there's a lot of lanterns around us, and he doesn't like it when there's light around. We can easily distract him with that so he doesn't eat us. But of course, sometimes he chose us over the light. After gathering enough parts, we quickly put it together and fixed the car to escape. In the next chapter, the story continues, and we're gonna face a monster that reacts to the sound we make. If you want to know more, I recommend playing the game yourself. Frigid Dusk. We're part of a Spec Ops team, and our mission is to search for missing researchers in a remote research area after we've lost all contact with them. The mission begins as our helicopter lands on a snow-covered mountain. We enter a cave, but not just any cave, but one that has been transformed into a bunker. The moment we step inside, it's clear something's terribly wrong. The bunker looks like it's been wrecked and abandoned for ages, equipment broken, and there's no power. It used to be a functioning research station. Our first task is to turn the power back on. As the generator turns back on, we search for any signs of the researchers. But that's when it happens. A weird figure rises from the shadows and starts chasing us. It looks like it was made by the researchers. We then explore every corner of the bunker, checking the locker room, the security room, and even using an axe to smash through a barricade, blocking access to the bedroom and control room. All that while, this mutant is relentlessly chasing us. After a tense search, we realize the researchers are nowhere to be found. With no other options left, we decide to descend deeper into the bunker, using the old service elevator, also leaving the monster behind. What we find instead is even more weird, an old facility that looks like it was used to make the mutant. As we investigate this new area, the lights suddenly cut out. In the pitch black, I hear a scream from one of my teammates. When I turn around, I find that he's been stabbed by a baby skeleton that seems to appear only in the dark. With this new threat in mind, we quickly regroup and continue exploring, while also keeping in mind that we have to hide in a safe room when the lights go out. And there's more to come in Chapter 2, where we'll explore a strange factory. The graphics have also received a major upgrade. Murder mine. So in this game, you must uncover the mystery of an active mine that suddenly stopped. However, the answer you will find is much darker than you expected. As we arrive at the mine site, everything seems eerily quiet. Our plan is to enter the elevator building and go down to the mine. However, the garage door leading to the elevator building won't open due to a malfunction in its opening mechanism. We need to access the control room or the power supply unit to figure out what's wrong and fix the issue, but unfortunately, the building is locked. Luckily, we found a lockpick lying around, so we use it to open the doors. But when we get inside, there are traps waiting for us, which is planks with spikes underneath. We've got to figure out which ones we can stand on safely. After a bit of trial and error, we finally get past the traps and flip the switch to turn on the electricity. With that done, we head straight for the elevator and start our journey down into the mine. As we get off the elevator, we feel like this place is really scary and dangerous, but we still have to find out where the people in this place have gone. So, we explore through this mine, hoping to find someone here and see that the gate is shut down. We decide to use the minecart to bust the gate. After walking for several minutes, we couldn't find a way forward as the paths in this mine were locked, so we had to search for another route. Eventually, we stumbled upon a screwdriver that we could use to open a gate near the elevator. After opening it, we encountered a deceased miner lying on a minecart. We began to sense that someone had killed him, but who could it be? As we proceeded, we discovered some dynamite that we thought might come in handy later, so we decided to take it with us. Later, we saw some boulders blocking our path. We decided to blow them up using the dynamite we had found earlier. I felt like something wasn't right, but we did it anyway to complete our task. After we blew up the boulders, we could keep going and find more clues. While we are walking, we finally see a light up ahead, which we're so sure is from someone, a person who's here. So we go closer to ask him about what's happening in this mine. But then, the person starts chasing us and shouting loudly, "Monsters local." I see a creepy looking guy getting close to me. But it turns out it was just a dream. So, I wake up because of Rugis barking, which is my weird looking dog. Looks like Rugis is hungry, so I have to feed Rugis and go back to sleep again because I'm freaking sleepy. So, I take this old Roy from Walmart looking at dog food, feed him, and then go back to sleep again. The next night, I wake up, realizing that Rugis is gone. I check every corner of my house, but I can't find him anywhere. I just realize that the front door is open, so I go outside to look for Rugis. Strangely, it's so quiet here, and there are so many missing pet posters. But I keep going forward, looking for my lovely weird dog. I go into the forest, and it's getting creepy. I see huge couches and beds along the forest path. Well, for Rugis' sake, I keep walking and try to find him. And then I find myself facing a huge mansion. I don't know if I'm the one getting smaller or if everything is getting bigger, but, you know, because I'm dumb and I love my dog that much, I feel like I can find Rugis here. But it turns out this mansion is locked. So I go searching anywhere for the key. And find it in the garage. Then I open the mansion door and go inside. Well, of course, things took a turn for the worse here. Inside the mansion, I see a huge furnace in front of me, along with a creepy doll. I try to find a way into another room because all the doors here are locked, and the only way seems to be through the ventilation that I can apparently open. I enter a dirty room filled with giant insects. What was that? Well, I'm pretty sure I saw nothing, so I keep walking. I come across a huge gate with a lever next to it. I pull the lever and the gate opens, allowing me to continue walking. In this hallway, I encounter some silly traps, pipes that release hot air that I have to avoid, because if I don't, the game will play loud music that blasts my ears. After I pass the traps, there's another huge gate with a lever next to it. I pull it, and then before moving on, we have our first honorable mention, which is heads. This seems like a normal 2D platformer game, where you have to collect coins, avoid traps, and complete stages. Until some weird shit happen. This game is how a creepypasta would look like. It's still in beta though, but you guys should give it a try. Now to the second honorable mention, Dark Echoes. We're a ghost hunting squad, and our job is to prove that ghosts are real. It also reminds me of Outlast. I was gonna put this game on the list, but the game is still in its early stages, and not much going on. It's still pretty decent for a horror game though. The Butchery. We're on a trip in the car, having fun talking and enjoying the night ride. Then there's this huge weird looking pig with human hands and legs in front of us. God damn, what the heck? Suddenly, someone knocks on our door and then... We then wake up in a strange house with two guys in front of us named Jackson and William, and the pig being butchered.
Well, looky here! Finally awake! I was beginning to think you were dead! Welcome to Cottonwood Farm! I'm Jackson!
What's up with this one's face?
William! What they say about showing some respect when we have guests?
You're acting like a damn fool, Jackson.
You were brought here tonight for a special reason. The Lord wants us to show everyone our gift. And we cannot disappoint the Lord.
This little piggy was very naughty, getting loose and scaring you out there on the road. But don't worry, he's getting a brand new home. Well, I've got a pig to catch.
Why Jackson looking at us like that? Well, all we know is we get to get out of here as fast as we could. So I try to open the door, but unfortunately it's locked. So we look up the whole room looking for a way to get out. And then there's a hole with a reach inside text on top of it. So yeah, I try to reach it, but... There's some spiders there and some kind of a button, so I take off and use this mannequin's hand to reach the button and press it. The doors then open, so we get out of the room. We find ourselves in a room with a TV that we can turn on. As we turn it on, we see some kind of statues that we don't even know the meaning of. And I find one of the statues next to it, which is a crow statue, and take it because it might be helpful. So we continue exploring, looking for more clues. And then... this pig again. We run away from the pig as we search for more clues. While others are being chased by the pig, I hide in the bathroom and find another statue in the stinky toilet, which is the cat statue we saw on the TV. I think there's some kind of puzzle between the TV and this statue I found, so I take it and go outside the bathroom to find the last statue. After some running away from the pig, we find the horse statue in the closet where the pig was hiding. So, we take the statue and look at the TV again. What could these statues mean? Then, we figure out that we have to put the statues in the right place as shown on the TV. We quickly put the statues in the right place, and then a bunker opens, revealing a key inside. As we take the key, it turns out the pig is still chasing us. Damn. We run as fast as we can to the door and use the key to open it. And that's the end of the video. I left out the mimic because you guys probably already know about it. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more game recommendations. Also, don't forget to try these games.